The real reason girls find you unattractive is because of your acne. I have tried all the routines, some antibiotics, blackhead removals, and also Accutane. I had severe face and back acne, which was really bad. I had big ass infections here on my jawline and here as well. It was really bad. It was like huge bubbles. Like just think of like huge pimples, which were like solid, but they didn't have anything inside them, like any pus. But when I was younger, I was dumb, and I used to just squeeze them. At some point, they just got infected, and then they became full of pus, and just like it was fucking like my whole face was bloated. My nose, my fucking like if you could see a picture of me before and after when I was like kind of in the middle of just having an infection, just a fucked up face, and a few years later, like a huge difference. Like my face was so puffed up like 3-4 years before that, and now it's so much better. Like whenever I went to sleep and I woke up, my pillows were just red with blood because some of my pimples were popping every night. Like imagine how bad of a situation you need to have. I just hated the way I looked. You know, I was insecure about my face because I had pimples all over them, and just like even if I tried to pop them or get rid of them, it would just become worse because then I would just have like a big red hole, which was even more of a signal to people that I was insecure about it. And I'm guessing you have the same exact problem, and that's why I want to help you to fix this fast. So what has worked best for me throughout the routines, the antibiotics, all that stuff that I've tried throughout like 3-4 years of my life? The best thing that has worked for me, firstly, blackhead removals, because if you've never tried that before, it's a huge game changer. Just think about like your face when you have blackheads, bro. That's literally the immature phase, you could say, of your pimples, because that's where they're born. That's why when you like pop a pimple, right? Except from the pus, there's like a small white like booger coming out, right? That's the blackhead. There's like a woman, which is like kind of like a doctor aesthetist. I don't fucking know how they're called. She was popping my blackheads, and she was telling me how these were the reason why I had pimples. I remember it was so painful though, like to just go through that whole process. Like they were literally like putting on some creams on my face, which was nice, but then they were blasting me with steam just, you know, to open up my pores so it was easier to take out, you know, the blackheads. Like an hour of just hell, bro. Like just imagine having the infection, which literally makes it even more painful when you pop out your blackheads. It is much more painful because blood comes out, and that's the real infection. Imagine like you're just here, my whole fucking jaw was hurting here as well. Like this part here, like around the lips, is very sensitive here. My nose as well was very bad. I remember it was one of the first times that I've ever did like a blackhead removal. And bro, I remember I scratched myself so bad that I bled from my own nails because it was just so intense. It hurt so bad. I remember I started laughing from the pain, and she knew it. She was like, yo, like you're not the first one that this has happened to. And I was like, holy shit, this is very bad. But bro, like the difference was fucking huge, especially if you have like some type of infection. If you're going through this period of your life and you have like a bloated face with infections and shit, that's the first thing that I would ever suggest, because it just decreases the amount of infections you have 20-25% every time you go. So like 3 to 4 times of blackhead removal appointments should be more than enough to take out like most of it, or like 90% of your infection, and it just improves your face so much and decreases the, you know, the bloating and whatever. But like that's the first thing that has ever happened to me, which has helped me a fuck ton, bro. And even if you don't have any infection in your face, it's much better to try it out and see if it actually works for you, rather than like literally putting chemicals in your face like I did for a lot of years, or different routines. So much shit that I did, like antibiotics, literally fucked up my body, bro. That's why I want you to avoid that. And I want you to get straight to the point, straight to the meat. The second thing, which I unfortunately did not try enough, is changing up my diet. So cutting out all sugars, cutting out all seed oils, like just eating like a plain, I don't know, keto diet, fully carnivore. Anything that has to do with like just improving my diet. I never did that before. I didn't even know what keto, what carnivore was. I came home and I ate whatever my mom made. That's it. I didn't know about plastics. I didn't know about BPA, any of that stuff. I just ate whatever I found. Like I just ate snacks like chips whenever I came back from the gym. not even giving a fuck about my diet, right? And that's, I think, one of my biggest reasons that I had actually like so many pimples. It was really bad. So that's the first thing that I would suggest for you to like reflect on it, reflect. Do you actually eat a lot of junk food? Do you eat a clean diet? Like just sugar, stuff like that in your coffee, whatever. Try to take care of that first for a couple of weeks and then look at your face. Do you see a difference? If the difference is fucking huge, then you're welcome, bro. If you don't see a difference, let's go to the next step, which is the last resort. After, blackhead removals, antibiotics, routines, whatever you have ever tried in your life. The last option that I would suggest, which is what I did, is Accutane, which is basically a pill, which you take like, I think it's like once a day for 6 months about, yeah. Depending on how strong you want it to go. So like, I think the strongest milligrams that I went to was like 60, like a 40 milligram pill and a 20 milligram pill together in a day. Yeah, basically the negative is that your face is just super dehydrated and ashy. Your lips as well, like they're super ashy all the time. You have to have lipstick on you at all times. It's very easy to tear your lips and just like blood coming out and shit like that. It's annoying as fuck. You aren't allowed to drink any alcohols, stuff like that. You aren't allowed to work out for like 5 to 6 months. Like just proper like lifting weight, you cannot do that. You can just do like light runs, stuff like that. Nothing with weights though. That's why for like at some point, like my biggest break that I've ever done from working out was like 6 months, 5 months, however much, because of this. Like I've never taken that big of a break in my life throughout like 8-9 years of me just weightlifting. I've never done such a huge break in between, and I'm not gonna lie, like it did kind of stunt my growth, and actually made my my physique look worse, but not as bad as most people get, which is like just literally reverting back to their normal state. Because I've after like 6-7 years of just working out consistently every year, your body is like, it just like has a new default, if you can think about it like that. But the point is that it's a really bad idea in my opinion. Like you have to be very down bad, you have to be very like very much out of options to take Accutane, and you don't even know what's gonna do to your body afterwards. I'd never thought of that, because at that point I was like 18, I think, and I didn't really think about that. I was like, yeah, it's fine, just take it. I tried everything else. I tried all the skincare routines, but in my opinion, if I tried improving my diet, like just 100% strict, it would have been much better. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, you cannot be out in the sun for too long without sunscreen, or in general outside, because your skin is very thin and very sensitive to sunlight, which is gonna fuck you up really bad. So that's why most people take this treatment during the winter, when it's like there's no sun, it's very cold. That's the best time to take the pill. And because also, like, whenever you finish the whole treatment, it's summer and you're ready to go out, have some fun, like have a nice looking skin, whatever. But yeah, that's what I would suggest you to improve on, to make girls more attracted to you. Your face, bro, take care of it. Take care of the pimples, everything that you have on your face. Like, my opinion, the biggest thing that is gonna help you look as best as possible is like women's makeup, taking care of your beard, taking care of your face, your acne, whatever you're wearing, your haircut, being clean as fuck, smelling amazing, bro, and then putting on the clothes, whatever else on top, because that's how you're gonna get your crush's attention or whoever you want. Anyways, stop wasting time.